In last two classes, we discussed
আমাদের
properties and
যেটা
sums of
লোগোটা
circle.
যেটা আছে
Today, parabola.
লোগো আমাদের যে লেখাটা
Parabola is also
পোস্টারটা
the
যেটা
part of conic section. See,
না স্যার ও তো ওরকমই অলরেডি বানানো
suppose there is a cone
কন্টেন্টটা আর ও কি করবে শুধু ওয়াটারমার্ক আর হেডার ফটোটা অ্যাড
and
করে
these
ওটা
are the
সফটওয়্যার
generator
দিয়ে
of the
ওটা
cone.
ব্র্যান্ডিং করে আমাদেরকে দিয়ে দেবে
Now, if you put the plane, parallel to the generator, then there will be a curve so formed is called parabola. Okay?
ঠিক আছে স্যার ওটা আমি কথা বলে দেখছি হ্যাঁ স্যার আর লোগোটা স্যার এটা ওয়াটারমার্কটা এখন ঠিক আছে তো ওরকমই যেরকম হয় একটু ঘুরিয়ে
See, now
মাঝখানে যেটা আছে
in conic section, there will be a rule you have to follow. PS is equal to EPM.
তো
What
আমি
is
কি
P?
এই লোগোটাকে আর একটু
What
মানে
is P?
আমাদের লেখাটাকে আর একটু
P
বাড়িয়ে
is
দেবো
a
তাহলে
point,
তো
a
স্যার হয়ে
fixed
যাবে
point. P is a variable point like this.
মানে বিদ্যানের ইন্ট্রান্স এক্সাম
And
কোশ্চেন
S
যেটা আপনি
is
বলছেন
called focus.
ওটা একটু বড় ফন্ট আছে এটা আমাদের সাথে
So that is P.
আচ্ছা
And
হুম
what is PM?
হুম
There will be a fixed line which
হুম
from which the perpendicular distance will be measured. So that ratio, PS and PM's ratio will be E. E is what? Eccentricity. For parabola, E is 1. Therefore, PS is equal to PM. PS is equal to PM is the required result to form a parabolic curve. Okay. Now, if you consider the general equation of pair of line from which we got circles equation, here if h square minus ab is equal to 0, then above equation will form a parabola. Okay, above equation will form a parabola. Now, let us establish the working rule of the parabola. I have told you that PS is equal to PM. That result will give you parabola. Now, let us see how that result works. Let us take the coordinate plane x, x dash, y, y dash. There is a variable point P having coordinate xy. Now, on x-axis, there is a fixed point S. there is a fixed point S. That S point is called focus. Let us take a fixed point S on x-axis, which is at a distance a unit from origin to its right. This S point is called focus. S point is called focus, and as this distance is a, so I can take the point as a comma 0. Its coordinate a comma 0, and see, we are drawing one line parallel to y-axis, keeping the same distance from origin which that focus had, but in opposite direction. So that is minus a. Now you tell me that minus a is the value of what? X. This minus a is the value of x. So I can write x is equal to minus a. So x plus a is equal to 0 is the equation of this line. I am leveling it by L. This line is called directrix. This is the directrix of the parabola. Okay. So from that point, we are dropping one perpendicular, and at which point they meet L? At M. And let us join this. So that PS is equal to PM relation is being built up. That means this point P is a variable point. Here P is a variable point and S is fixed point. Now P starts to move, but the P point will move in such a way that always PM and PS relation, that equal to relation, that PS is equal to PM, that relation will hold. Suppose the point P comes here, then also PS and PM, if the P start to move and reaches this place, then also this relation will hold. The point P reaches here, then also this relation will hold. See, the P starts to move. If you take the point here, if you take the point, so the point is moving in such a way that if you join the locus formed by the point, you will get a curve, and that curve is parabolic curve. This is parabolic curve. So this is the formation of the point P. So point P is a variable point. It will vary, and in what manner it will vary? It will vary with the relation PS is equal to PM. PS is equal to PM, that relation will always remain. The point from P reaches this place, then also PS is equal to PM. This place, then also PS is equal to PM. Then also PS is equal to PM, PS is equal to PM, PS is equal to PM. And if you connect the path left by this point, that will give you parabolic path. So this is the basic idea of parabola for the formation of parabola. Okay. Now this figure has become little bit clumsy. So let us draw it again. We have come to know this is the parabolic curve. There is the variable point P. There is the focus S, that is A comma 0. In the opposite side there is another line, PS is equal to PM. Now we have got equation of the directrix. X plus A is equal to 0. We have got focus A comma 0, and P is the variable point. Now you see this point is moving, and the curve is so formed with respect to which axis? X axis. So you can write its axis is X axis, whose equation is y is equal to 0. Okay. So with respect to X axis, the curve is so formed. Now this length is A, and let us drop a perpendicular. Okay. What is the coordinate of this point? X comma y. This is X, this is Y. If you consider this figure is a rectangle, this is X, means this is also X. And what is the equation of the directrix? X plus A is equal to 0. So this is minus A. You can say it is minus A. Minus A by direction, but by magnitude A. So what is the length of PM? By geometry we have come to know PM is X plus A. What is PS? That is the distance formula between 2 points we are taught. PS. X minus A whole square, Y minus 0 whole square. So both PS and PM by this figure we have come to know. Now what is the relation by which I got that curve? By PS, the equality of PS is equal to PL. Now PS is what? X minus A whole square plus Y square. PM is X plus A. Now we need simplification. You square both sides. If you square, you will get this equation. So a junior level calculation is left. Then Y square recall your past. You are taught A plus B whole square minus A minus B whole square 4AB. So this is the equation of the parabola. Okay. Equation of parabola whose axis is x-axis with y is equal to 0, focus A comma 0 and directrix x plus A is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the basic property of basic equation of the parabola. Now, on this focus, let us draw one perpendicular. And the perpendicular meets the 2 point at L1, L2. This L1, L2 will be called latus rectum. This L1, L2 will be called latus rectum. Okay. Now our role is to find the length of latus rectum. How to find the length? How to find? This is L1, this is L2. How to find the latus rectum? See, focus is a unit distant from origin and I am letting its ordinate is y. So you do in this way, let L1 a comma y and L2 is image of L1, so minus y. Okay, L2 is minus y. So where does L1 lies? L1 lies on y square is equal to 4x. So as L1 lies on y square is equal to 4x, therefore the x component of L1 will replace x component of the curve and y component of the L1 will replace y component of the curve. So that means as L1 lies on this, so this point satisfy the equation. So y square 4x square, which imply y is equal to 2a. So L1 we have got a comma 2a. L1 we have got a comma 2a extremities. Okay, and L2 therefore image L2 a comma minus 2a. L2 is a comma minus 2a. So what will be the length of L1 L2? That is plus 2a minus 2a. Total length 0? No. Minus 2a means it goes downwards, but magnitude both are 2a. So total length is 4a. Length of latus rectum. Okay, this is the length of latus rectum. So this is the basics of parabola. Okay, so what we got yet, this is parabolic curve, its equation y square is equal to 4x, focus is a comma 0, that is a comma 0, directrix x plus a is equal to 0, axis x axis, that is y is equal to 0, and latus rectum L1 L2, L1 L2 latus rectum length 4a, where L1 a comma 2a, L2 a comma minus 2a. Till now we have got this. Now let us do one thing, replace y by x and x by y. Okay, replacing y by x and x by y, we get what? In place of y you put x square, in place of x you put, in place of y you put x, in place of x you put y. That means the system, that x and y is just reversed. X has become y has become x. That means the figure will be reversed now. How? Now here you see the parabola was bent with respect to x-axis. Now it will be with respect to y-axis. Okay? So all formulas but only the length will be reversed. See, this is called the replacement of x by y and y by x. It is the one of the property of symmetry we'll discuss in short while. Okay, this is the A. This A is vertex, origin. Vertex is at origin. Okay, vertex is at origin, that point. This is vertex, origin. So in x square is equal to 4ay. Therefore, in x square is equal to 4ay, see in y square is equal to 4x, focus was lying on x-axis. Now as the figure is reversed, focus will lie on y-axis, that a comma 0 will become 0 comma a. Focus S will be 0 comma a. Why? Because you got the trend that y was replaced by x and x was replaced by y. Focus 0 comma a. Okay, directrix. Here, directrix was lying just opposite to the focus with equal distance. Here also, directrix will lie just opposite to this focus with equal distance. So directrix, now it will be measured with respect to x-axis, and this length will be y is equal to minus a. So directrix y plus a is equal to 0. Okay. Its axis, in previous case, axis was about to the x-axis. Now its axis will be y-axis. Its axis is y-axis, whose equation is x is equal to 0. But let us rectum, but length of latus rectum will remain unchanged. Why? Suppose this is the length, this pen, if you consider this is the length of a latus rectum, if you reverse it, length will be remain same. So length of the latus rectum will be same, but position of the extremity or coordinate of the extremity will be changed. Here we got a comma 2a, L1, L2 was a comma minus 2, it will be just reversed, 2a comma a. And L2 minus 2a comma a. So this is the basic of the parabola. Now, one interesting thing is that if I join this point of intersection of two parabola and the vertex, common vertex, by a line, then this line will be y is equal to x. So from this figure, what can I comprehend? You see this curve, which is called concave upwards. The way it is concave upwards with respect to this line, this curve is concave downwards with respect to this line. Means above the line and below the line, these two curves are symmetrical. So one conclusion I can draw, what? This figure suggests that y square is equal to 4x and x square is equal to 4y. These are two parabola are symmetrical with respect to y is equal to x are symmetrical with respect to y is equal to x. Now, these are the basic level formula. But in basic level, one thing you have got, with new concept. They are symmetrical. Now, one sum let us do from this part. 1y1 and x2 y2 are two points lying on y square is equal to 4x. Okay, got it? Now, prove that y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equal to y square minus 4x. So those who do not know the trick, they will do what? They will drag 4x in left hand side 0, they will put 0. No, that is not the proper method. See, we will proceed according to the basic concept. See, there is the parabola. There is the point x1, y1, you say. Okay. Say this is L1, any curve I am drawing, any chord. Say this is P1, P2. Okay. P1, P2. This point is not necessarily focus. Okay. Now, both the points are satisfying the equation. See P and Q. Sorry, P1 and P2 lie on y squared is equal to 4x. Okay. So both the points x and y component will satisfy the equation. Okay. Therefore, y1 square is equal to 4x1 and y2 square is equal to 4x2. So, subtract. Let us subtract. Once you subtract, what formula to be remembered? A square minus b square formula. A square minus b square. And right hand side, so a square minus b square means a plus b, a minus b, x1 minus x2. Now, you do one thing, the trick you have to follow. Hope you can memorize the property of slope joining two points in straight line. So you are getting the semblance of this. So bring that form. Drag x1 minus x2 just to the denominator of this. And 4a by y1 plus y2. So we could reach up to this stage. But you can say, okay, we have got this stage, but it is not at all in the periphery of this conclusion. So what will you do? Then you see, we have we got these two results. So I hope these two results will help us somehow. We have nothing but to multiply this, cross multiply. See the outcome. Or you can do one thing, that the line joining these 2 points, equation of P1, P2, better you find, equation of P1, P2. What is that? That thing you were taught in straight line. Hope you can remember. Y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y1 minus y2 x1 minus x2. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 2. Okay, this part. So in equation 1 and 2, what is the connector? You observe, this is the connector. Means connector means you can compare two quantities. In your childhood, you are taught comparing quantities. So you write comparing 1 and 2. We get what we get? How to compare? See, 4a by y1 plus y2, that is this result, and the same result again, y minus y1 by x minus x1. So comparing 1 and 2. I can write 4a y1 plus y2. So this much simplification is done yet. But what next? We have nothing but to cross multiply now. We have nothing but to cross multiply now. Till now we had to, we have to cross multiply. Okay, let's see. Hope you are understanding everything. So simple and interesting also. 4x minus 4x1, y into y1, y1 plus y2 minus y1 square minus y1 y2. So how does it help you to simplify? Here you see y1 square is equal to 4x1. So I can drop these two from both sides. I can drop these two from both sides. Now you see we have got 4x, but here 4x is minus. So I have to make it minus. Hope it is visible. See, 4x will be minus, but here I have got plus. So introduce minus in both sides. The whole thing will be minus. Now, with minus 4x, I have to append what? Y square. So you add y square to left hand side as well as right hand side. So our required y square minus 4x term has come. Y square minus 4x. Here you need simplification, means factorization. Factorize y minus y1 and y minus y2. So the conclusion is done. Y minus y1, y minus y2 is equal to y square minus 4x. Hence proved. Hope you could follow this sum. See, this sum is done with respect to the basic formula, basic board level formula. Okay? Hope you could follow. Now, next topic is parametric form of complex number, parabola. Parametric form. What is called parametric form? What is parameter? Suppose there is a thermometer. What is the parameter? Mercury. Mercury's up down will measure the temperature. So here the same concept will be brought in parabola. See, parametric form of parabola y square is equal to 4x. Y square is equal to 4x. Parametric form we have to find. See, let us take any point xy on y square is equal to 4x. That means y square is equal to 4x. Y will be what? Root 4x. Okay. Now, 4 will be brought out of the root in terms of 2. And let us bring a out of the root in this manner. See, a square by x by a. Therefore, y will be 2a root x by a. Now, y is equal to 2a into root x by a. Now, if I put x is equal to minus 1, suppose minus 1, it will be an imaginary number, but number must be real and rational. So, how to make it rational? In place of x by a, what should I put? I should put a perfect square. So, to make the number point rational, I will take x by a is equal to t square. Once you take this, so y has become 2at, because under root t square, it will become 2at, and from that relation, x is at square. So the point I took lying on parabola with the ordered pair of coordinate geometry now is converted into 80 square 280. That is the parametric form of parabola y square is equal to 4x, where t is the parameter. You can ask me why t is considered as parameter. Suppose if you put t 0, the point is vertex. If you put t 1, the point is one of the endpoints of the lattice rectum. If you put t2, 4a, 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 that is double ordinate. So, depending on different values of t, position of the point on the parabola is being changed. So, t is called parameter. Therefore, what conclusion I can draw? 80 square 280 is the parametric equation of parabola. What kind of parabola? Y square is equal to 4x. Now you can ask me, if the equation is of the form x square is equal to 4ay, what will be the parametric form? Okay, let's see. Say x square is equal to 4ay. X square is equal to 4ay. Then x is what? Root 4ay. Like the previous concept, I can bring 4 out of the root in terms of 2. You extract a and this will become y by a. Now, y by a is equal to t square I left. Therefore, x has become 280. So, 280 comma 80 square is parametric form of y square is equal to 4x. Okay. So, from these two results, what can I comprehend? That is 80 square 280 is the parametric form of y square is equal to 4x. And if you reverse x, replace x by y and y by x, then 280 will become x component, 80 square will go to the y component. Okay. Again, that relation y square is equal to 4x and x square is equal to 4ay are symmetrical with respect to y is equal to x. So proved. Why? 80 square 280. You see 80 square 280 is the parabola of 4x. You revert it 280 comma 80 square, parametric form of the parabola of x square is equal to 4ay. X square is equal to 4ay. Okay. So this reveals again, this refers again that x square is equal to 4ay and y square is equal to 4x are symmetrical with respect to y is equal to x. Okay. Got it? Now, let us draw one parabola. of the form y square is equal to 4x, and take 2 points P and P dash, and if I join, it passes through S. It is a focal chord, so it passes, any chord of the parabola passes through a focus. So PS P dash is a chord of the parabola passes through focus A comma 0. This is A comma 0. Then we can find a relation between the parameters of these 2 points. Then find a relation between the parameters of P and P dash of parametric form. So I am letting P 80 square to 80, okay, where T is the parameter. Now I told you that if you change the value of T, position of the point P on the parabola will change, will be changed. So by different values of T, the P starts to move and reaches P dash, and new position A T1 square to A T1. What is our role? To find the relation between these two parameters, how T and T1 are related. First of all, this is a focal chord. Equation of focal chord PAS P dash. What is that? What formula is being remembered? The line joining 2 points is being remembered. Okay? What is that formula? Why I am considering this thing x1, this thing y1, x2, y2, y minus 2at by y2 minus y1, x minus a2 square. So this is the basic formula of straight line. Now we need basic level simplification. So y minus 2at, what is being taken common? 2a. What will be left in the bracket? T1 minus t. X minus at square. What can I take common? A. T1 square minus t square. From both sides, what can I cancel? A. What will be left for us? A square minus b square. T1 plus t into T1 minus t. Okay? Now, From both sides, I can drop T1 minus T, mentioning T not equal to T1. So what is left for us? Y minus 280 by 2 is equal to x minus 80 square by T1 plus T. Now, more simplification is possible? Yes. Why? Based on which condition? That it passes through focus A comma 0. Now, it passes through focus A comma 0. So, in place of x, I will put A, and in place of y, I will put 0. In place of y, I will put 0. Minus 280 will remain unchanged. By this 2 will remain unchanged. Instead of x, A, T1 plus T. Now, from numerator and denominator, what can I cancel? What more simplification is waiting for us? I can cancel 2. From right hand side, so what will be left for us in left hand side? Minus 80. Take A common, 1 minus T square, T1 plus T. A cancelled. A cancelled. Cross multiply. If you cross multiply, we will get what? Minus T, T1 minus T square, 1 minus T square. T square will get off. So, T1 is minus 1. T into T1 is minus 1. If that line which is considered as focal chord, and if 80 square 280 and 81 square 281 are two extremities, then what is the relation between the parameter of P and P1? T1 is minus 1. So, if you get a parabola like this, if the equation is y square is equal to 4x, if one point is 80 square 280, and if it is a focal chord, then other extremities will be a by 2 square minus 2a by t. A by t square, there is a parabola. Equation y square is equal to 4x. Okay. That is, there is a point P dash, focus S. Join it. This point is 80 square 280. This point is 81 square 281. And as P dash is a focal chord, therefore, we have just had the result T1 minus 1. Now, by distance formula, we can get the length of SP. Distance formula and the algebraical simplification. 80 square minus a whole square plus 280 minus 0 whole square. Okay? 280 minus 0 whole square. So that gives you what? It demands your skill which you have consumed in junior class. See, from here I can take a common. So that will be brought out in terms of a square. And there is 280 minus 0, 4a square t square. Now that a square will be brought out of the root in terms of a. So what formula will be remembered? A minus b whole square plus 4ab. So that will be a plus b whole square. So by the rule of irrational rational number, root will be removed. Okay, root will be removed. So SP's length is a t square plus 1. Similarly, I can get SP dash. Similarly, SP dash is what? A t1 square plus 1. A t1 square plus 1. জিজ্ঞেস করছি তো একদম আচ্ছা না এটাই বাংলায় বলছি So SP you have got this and SP dash is this. Okay, hope you are getting it. If you have any doubt, don't hesitate to ask. In mathematics there is no scope of hesitation. Okay, so 1 by SP plus 1 by SP dash, that is 1 by SP you got what? T square plus 1 and SP dash will be T1 square plus 1. Now tell me, instead of T1, just to ease the calculation or just to add them, how can you replace T1? What relation you got few minutes back? See, you got T1 is equal to 1 minus T. Yes or no? T1 is equal to minus 1 by T. So instead of this T1, you replace minus 1 by T and see the outcome. 1 by A, T square plus 1, 1 by A, instead of minus T1, you put minus 1 by T. How does it help? How does it help? See, this part will remain unaltered. Will that minus remain? No, minus will be absorbed in whole square. So, complete the LCM. It gives you what? 1 plus t square, a 1 plus t square, 1 by a. So here we have that conclusion, 1 by sp plus 1 by sp dash is equal to 1 by a. In JE, in school level, you will be asked to prove this. In JE, you will have the application of this formula. This will be considered as formula. Okay? Hope you could follow. Now, y square is equal to 32x. Let focal chord of this parabola is PSP dash. Can you tell me this result now? Can you tell me? Bolo.
Sir,
1 by 8.
1 by 3 Z.
1 by 8. Good. 4 into 8 into x. This is a 1 by 8. So those who are accustomed to its JE level formula can answer in a minute. And those who will prepare only for board, they will have to go through this propagation. Okay? Got it? Hope this is clear to you. Now, you can ask me that parabola's vertex will be always at origin? No. Like circle, it can be shifted. If vertex of parabola is shifted to any point alpha beta, then its equation. See, previously we used to get the parabola like this. It is the edge of an umbrella. Suppose by thunder shower, the umbrella is displaced to this place. The same parabola is so formed. Now, with respect to its new position, there will be new axis. Obviously, because any coordinate geometry or any geometrical part cannot exist without its axis. So once, suppose you are sitting at home. So what is your axis? Your, sorry, horizontal and vertical axis of your room. Right now, you are shifted to your school. What will be your new axis will be measured with respect to the room's horizontal and vertical axis. That means you as a person you remain same, but your position is changed. So with respect to new position, there will be new axis. So this is x, this is y. So new axis capital X and capital Y, and where it is placed, new point. Here we had 0 0 Previously, the vertex was at 0, 0. Now it is shifted to any point alpha beta. That means parabola will remain same, but the figure is placed to this place. Now its focus, everything will remain same, but it will be measured with respect to new axis. See, with respect to new axis x and y, equation of parabola will be capital Y square 4a into capital X. So this will not persist for all. Why? Because suppose you are staying at your home, for the time being you are going to your school, but your final destination again to your return to your home. That means the temporary or new axis will be always measured with respect to original axis. Suppose GPRS is on, you are going for a tuition, your parents are watching you sitting at home. How? Because using that shifting of origin, and they know that after completion of the tuition will come back. So sitting at home, your position is being measured. That means new axis always be measured with respect to original axis. How? You see, the alpha beta means this is alpha, this is beta. You drop a perpendicular considering this as a line segment. This is capital X means this is capital X. Now, Euclidean geometry refers what? This capital X plus this alpha composite to small x, the whole thing. Similarly, if I join the line segments extremities, this is capital Y, so this is also capital Y. This is beta, this is beta. So this whole thing is capital Y plus beta, capital Y plus beta. So what is capital Y? Y minus beta. What is capital X? X minus alpha. Place there. So this is the equation of parabola having vertex at alpha beta and axis are parallel to coordinate axis. Okay, this is parallel to coordinate axis. So this is of the form y squared is equal to 4x. In case of x square is equal to 4ay, in the same manner like this, after shifting vertex from origin to alpha beta, equation becomes, in place of x, x minus alpha whole square, and in place of y, y minus beta. Okay, another important property. Go through. Based on these basic concepts, till now, we are running through basics. But it doesn't mean that in JEE, from basic level, there is no scope of getting any sum. Let us do one sum which came in JEE. Say, a vertex of the parabola, say 2 comma minus 1. Okay? Equation of directrix for x minus 3y is equal to 21 given. Okay? Then you are told to find the length of latus rectum. There will be 4 options. Option A, 2. Option B, 8. Option C, 12. And option D, 16. C. By this basic level concept which we have propagated today will be used here. We are taught what is the basic level requirement of parabola. PS is equal to PM means I told you that is PS, that is PM, that is XY. Understand? And if you get, see, I will do this sum with basic level. You can ask me in every inch. This sum, what is the specialty of this sum? This sum came in 2022. 2022 January 8, first shift. You suppose you are sitting there and with your basic concept now you are told to defend the sum. Okay? And first time you are doing this sum. See, focus is not, vertex is not at origin. So let us do with basic property PS, PS, PM. Understand? Now vertex is given. This vertex is given 2 comma minus 1. Now you tell me this length according to the formula, this length is what? A. Yes or no? A to. Is it A? Hello? Got it? So this length minus A. But length cannot be negative, so magnitude plus A. Yes or no? So if and this equation is also given. You see, this equation is also given. This equation is 4x minus 3y minus 21 is equal to 0. So what will you do? You find the perpendicular distance of this line from this point. What formula? What formula you are taught in straight line? Just recall in a second. See, I am reminding you, x plus by plus c 0. What is the perpendicular distance? x1 by1 plus c by root over of a square plus b square. That is the perpendicular distance. Hope you can remember. So here, let this is A. This is any point S dash. A S dash. AX1. What is A? 4 is A. 4. What is the x component of this point? 2. AX1. Are you getting? If you don't get, don't hesitate to ask. Minus 3 into y. What is y? What is y? Minus 1. You see 2 comma minus 1. Minus 21 by root over of a square. This is A, this is B. A square plus B square. Therefore, we have got A S dash is what? 8 plus 3, 11 minus 21 minus 10 by 4 square plus 3 square, 25, 5. I have put mod sign. Why? Distance cannot be negative. So it will be 2. So what is the length of this? 2. Yes or no? Yes, I
Yes.
think. Now this is A. We are told to find the length of lateral rectum. Therefore, earlier we got length of lateral rectum 4A. That means 4 into 2, 8. Option B. Is it that much of tough? No at all. Not at all. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
One thing that condition, now we'll, till now, whatever is taught, that you will find in your board level book even. But obviously this sum demands some IQ or presence of mind. Now, like circle, we will judge whether a straight line cuts a parabola or touch a parabola, means condition of tangency. Condition of tangency of the line y is equal to mx plus c to the parabola y square is equal to 4x. At the beginning, we don't know the line will touch this curve or not. So we'll do what? We'll find a quadratic equation using these two. Y square is equal to 4x. In place of y, I will put mx plus c. So that will give you the remembrance of quadratic equation. M square x square. If you follow the circles class even, we had gone through the same concept. Plus c square minus 4x is equal to 0. Now give it the form of a quadratic. M square x square 2mc minus 4a into x plus c square. So at last it has attained the form of ax square plus bx plus c. Now there is a parabola, there is a line. Now, what we have observed, the line cuts the curve in 2 points. That means it has 2 values of x, 2 values of y. Once you get 2 values of x, that will remind you the existing of 2 roots of a quadratic equation. Yes or no? And once you get 2 roots, then what concept will give you tangencies knowledge? See, if these 2 points are approaching each other, suppose this point comes here, this point comes here, this point here, this point here. Once they fall on each other, chord will become tangent. Yes or no? That means 2 roots of quadratic will be same. When 2 roots of the quadratic will be same, if discriminant is not equal to 0 or equal to 0? Equal to 0. Yes or no? So, to be tangent, discriminant of quadratic must be 0. Discriminant of quadratic 0 means b square minus 4ac. What is b? 2mc minus 4a whole square minus 4m square c square is equal to 0. Must say if you get stuck in any conceptual part. So again, childhood's formulas use is coming. So math is not at all tough. It is the composition of the formulas which you have left in your yesteryears. S a minus b whole square, a square 2ab b square minus 4m square c square. This part get cancelled. That will give you what? 16mc is equal to 16a square. So c is equal to, from the both side a cancel, a by m. So this is the condition of tangency of the line y is equal to mx plus c to the parabola y square is equal to 4x. Okay. Now, what will be the tangent equation then? In place of c, I will put, therefore, equation of tangents y is equal to mx plus c instead of c a by m. You can ask me, why did you write in plural tangents? Because if I take the LCM, I will get m square. Once you get m square, that means it will have 2 roots. That means 2 tangent can be drawn from external point. Even in class 10 geometry, we are taught, if you have remembrance, from external point, 2 pair tangents can be drawn. Yes or no? So that's why tangents, not tangent. Okay. Now, you are told to find point of contact, at which point the line is touching. Point of contact. We are told to find the point of contact now. You see, we got c is equal to a by m, and in this equation, let us label it by 1. In equation number 1, that c is equal to a by m will be plucked and put. Now, in Equation 1. Putting C is equal to A by M, we get, you see, mx whole square plus 2m. In place of C, you put A by M minus 4a into x plus C square A by M whole square. M cancelled. That will give you what? Mn whole square minus, you see, 2x plus A by M whole square. It refers you what? If you write it in proper manner, instead of 2x, if you write 2mx into A by M plus A by M whole square, it will remind you mx minus A by M whole square is equal to 0. From here, what conclusion we can draw? Mx minus A by M 0, mx is equal to A by M, x is equal to A by M square. Once you get x is equal to A by M square, you put it in y is equal to mx plus c. C, x, m in place of x, A by M square. C means A by M. 1 m will get cancelled. 2a by m. So x is A by M square, y is 2a by m. Therefore, tangents touch y square is equal to 4x at m square, sorry, A by M square to A by M. So these are the formula which will play important role in solving JEE type problem. So whatever is taught today, understood? In geometry, there is jugglery of theorem. Don't be confused. I could have given you the formula only, but mathematics is not the bunch of alphabets or formulas. You have to consume the knowledge, the depth. It will become part of our DNA. To get that, to do that, you have to go through the propagation of establishment of the theory. If you do that, easily you can defend the sum. Sum is nothing. Main is theory in JEE. Okay, execution. Consume the knowledge of theory and execute in, apply in exam. Okay, obviously few sums we have to do. At the end of the theoretical part, we will do some important sum for JEE. No, that is obvious step of us. But before that, we have to consume the knowledge. So I hope that demand is fulfilled here. So keep on watching this class. Even previous class circles you go through at once, and or straight line with composition of all these chapter will help you to build up a solid concept to defend JEE level question. Previously I have shown you by basic level we can defend even JEE. So next day we will go through more formulas, theories of and sums of this chapter. Hope you have enjoyed. See you next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.